Hello again. So Tuesday night was Zwift Racing League night, and it was a brand new course. So the Pens were quite excited about getting their new route badge, and it was a tough course. Danger Noodle. New course. It was run by one of the a Zwifter who actually designed the course as part of the competition for the Zwift Racing League, and it proved to be a very tough and competitive race. I race for a team called the Brakes Gruppetto. They're based out of near Cambridge in the UK, which is actually quite some distance from me, so I know them virtually through WhatsApp, but I don't actually know any of them in person. But they're a very friendly group, and I could only recommend that if you're looking for a team to race with for next season, then look no further than the Brakes Gruppetto. You can find their details on Facebook. Anyway, without any further ado, let's have a look and see how the race went. So the race started off pretty frantic, as you can imagine, as these things always do. And yeah, there was a big pack at the beginning, a large rider group, and as you can see, the first part of the course was quite bumpy. So on the power, off the power, you can see the watts in the top corner as we go up the little mini hills. And I was out of my seat quite a lot in this first section. So I'll leave you to enjoy the next few kilometres, and then I'll come back in when we get to the comms. So here we are. We've been through Titans Grove and now we're on the Titans Grove comm. As you can see, the group starts to split as we go up. My intention was purely just to hang in there. So pulling 400 or 500 watts, and you can see that it's been a pretty fast race already with my average watts of over 300. As we came over the top, we hit the ambles and we head back down. But at this point, 15 kilometers into the race, we've still got another comm to come. So already thinking about that well before we got there. So now you can see that we're coming back through Titans Grove. We've done a loop and we're heading back towards the reverse comp. And yeah, the group now has somewhere between 28 to 30 seconds on the following pack. So at this point, I'm thinking if I can hang in there, then I've definitely got a sort of reasonable top 20 finish. So it was really just a case of staying with these riders and doing my best to contribute also to the drafting in the pack and what have you, so that we maintained that gap on the pack that was following us. But coming up next, the second com of the race. So here we go, it's up the second com of the race, and you can see it's an average gradient of around 3 to 4% most of the way up here. So it was just consistent power, around 300 watts. And again, just really same strategy as the first com, was to stay with the group and try and make sure that when we went over the top, that I was still part of the pack. And yeah, I'd already used my feather, so this bit was really tough. But I hung in there and managed then to claw the pack back, and then we're on the run down the hill to get towards the finishing line down in downtown Watopia. So let's slow it down for the last 2.5 kilometres, and as you can see, one of the riders has just gone off the front, and actually we don't seem to be able to pull him back. The group has a go, but he's got some power in his legs and he just keeps on pulling away. So there's a little bit of a chase on, but yeah, in the end we find that the rest of us kind of regroup a bit and we reform here, but you can see there in the distance that leading rider has started to create quite the gap. I realise at this point that if I don't put some effort in, I'm going to get left behind. So you can imagine the legs are burning, the lungs are burning, the sweat is pouring, but here we are trying to pull back in. But yeah, he's made a great attack there. So 2 kilometres to go, and it looks like it's going to be a race for second place. So there's still about 10 of us or so in this pack chasing down our eventual winner, and you can see that there's another little attack at the front there, and again the watts start to go up, but we regroup again, and actually this group kind of stays together towards the finish line, so we'll rejoin it in a 0.5 kilometre's time. So here we go into the last kilometre, and there's a break on, and you can see that there's groups of riders all from the same team. So we've got two lots of teams where about 3 of their riders are here. And yes, the break goes. So this is a tough old last kilometre or so. I just wanted to get as high up in the finishing order as possible at this point. So I'm pushing as hard as I can, and we're racing towards the finishing line down in downtown Wahoo. And as we come into the last 200 to 300 metres, you can see that the power's really up. So I'm holding 9th at the moment and dropping back down into 12th and then up to 7th, and honestly at this point in time I'm out of my seat and I'm pushing as hard as I can, and I managed to just about pull back some of the riders, and there we go, I finished in 7th. So I was very pleased with that, and in a second I'll show you what that meant in terms of actual power output and stuff. So you can see here that it was an average of 299 watts for the race at 46 minutes, burnt 800 calories, which is kind of the point to a degree, but yeah, it was a great race and a great course, and you can see there's a lot of red in that graph. But as a result of all that effort, I set a new FTP, so can't be all bad. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye now.